Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. Look, I thought this was a good chance to send a quick video, keep in contact, give you a quick summary of last night's federal government budget and how it might affect us, people we work with, and the topics over which we have some influence. So I should start off as well, as always, of course, by saying that this video, the information contained therein, is just general information. I'm relaying what's happened and how we might see it last night. So any personal applications, of course, should be discussed with us first, or with me first, before going on to do anything. Having said all of that, though, there's not a lot that involved superannuation in particular directly. The budget, of course, covered a lot of topics, and it was aimed, as expected, at trying to ease the cost of living pressures that people are facing. So there was a lot of measures along those lines: rental assistance, energy bill relief for everybody, a lot of health and education measures, and some small business measures as well, which are good and will encourage activity. Pardon me. Like I said, for superannuation, though, there's hardly been any changes, any suggestions or proposals. Probably one that will matter and is a good move, I think, is that for paid parental leave, that government funded component of the paid parental leave from the 1st of July 2025, and subject to legislation first, will include superannuation payments. So that's a good thing. Sounds fair. And also there's a measure that was floated in last year's budget about enforcing or requiring employers to make the superannuation guarantee payments to an employee's superannuation fund on the same day as the pay is made. And that, to me, seems like it should have been done years and years and years ago. However, I think a lot of employers have already started moving towards that anyway, although it's not expected to be officially required until the 1st of July 2026. Other than that, really, there isn't a great deal. There are the stage 3 tax cuts going through, which will benefit pretty well everyone to some degree if you're working. There are a combination of reductions in the tax rate for the lower tax brackets, and for the higher or the mid to higher tax brackets, a widening of the range of the tax bracket. So, of course, there's 5 or so tax brackets. So, without going into all the detail here, an example is that if you earned about $70,000 a year, then your tax saving under the new tax rates from the 1st of July 2024 will be about $1,400 a year, a little more. And if you earned $100,000, then the difference in your favour would be a bit over $2,100, about $2,180 odd. So that'll be noticeable, and once again, particularly for younger investors, younger savers, the suggestion, as always, would be tuck that aside. It's found money in one sense, so if you don't need it, put it away and add it to your investments. Social Security, there's not a lot happening there either, except good news. The deeming rates, so the income or the rates at which savings financial assets are deemed to earn, has been kept at the lower level. So hopefully that means that if you're assessed that way, you'll be assessed at the lower level, but your money will be out there actually earning a lot more under the new higher interest rate regime. And the only other thing I think really relevant and of interest, particularly to a lot of us with young adult children, student children or grandchildren, is around that HELP, or used to be called the HECS debt, for study, for university, tertiary study. So there was a lot of kerfuffle in the middle of 2023 when those things index upwards, and the 7.1% CPI rate was applied to it, which seemed pretty unfair to most. However, that's been backdated to 2023, and instead of using the CPI rate, they're using a wages price index rate, which is 3.2. So there's a difference there, which is good. For the youngsters, not being saddled with quite as much debt. I think the other good part too is if you've repaid your student loan since then, you're entitled to a tax credit. I checked that out on the Education Australia website, government website. So that's good news for anyone who's made the aim to clear their debt. They'll still get the benefit of that adjustment, which is great. I guess my only other comment on that is that they didn't change something that I think they should have, and that is that this index rate is applied on the 1st of June every year. And somebody who, as most do, has their HECS payment taken out of their pay every fortnight or every week or every month, all of that money you've paid throughout the year doesn't get added until the tax is reconciled at the end of June or after, yet the index rate is applied to the full balance on the 1st of June. So that should have been adjusted, and I think there'll be a bit of commentary about that. But anyway, like I said, as you can see from all of that, there's not a great deal that affects us on the ground day to day. But as usual, things will flow in discussions following the budget, as always. So we'll keep you posted on anything relevant. And of course, if you've got any queries, give us a call. Other than that, like I said, I hope everyone's been well. The year's scooting by. So end of financial year upon us. If you've got questions about superannuation contributions and other things that you might want to do before the end of the year, don't leave it till too late. Mid-June's probably the last you'd want to be making those payments to make sure they get in before the end of June. So other than that, all good. Take care, all the best, and give us a call whenever you need anything. Thanks, bye-bye.